Okay, welcome back to Outperform. You know, if you watch any of my videos, I love whiteboards, okay? So it helps me write down my ideas and kind of helps me stay on track because I'm so ADD, I'm all over the place. Sorry for my voice, I got a little bit of a chest cold, so I'll try to speak a little bit louder so you can hear me more clearly. So today I wanted to go over what would it take if we were going to build a program from scratch, and let's go with the idea of a full body workout today, okay? I enjoy full body workouts. People just get the misconception that full body workouts means working out every single body part very specifically and isolated. So what I mean by that is people think that I have to hit the quads, I have to hit the hams, I have to hit my biceps, I have to hit my triceps, I have to hit my rear delts, I have to get my medial delts, my front delts, my upper chest, my lower chest, my calves, my forearms. And there's really nothing wrong with that approach, but it's very time consuming. It can be very detrimental long term without anabolic steroids to help you with recovery. It's very difficult to keep that type of volume going on. So what is more important though is to focus on, if we're gonna say full body like we're doing today, is just kind of touching on the basics, okay? Our pushes, our pulls, our squats, and our hinges, things like that, okay? I'm gonna go over a couple of examples that will show you, to give you some ideas on how to construct that workout. And then from there, you can always add in isolated movements at the end of the workout for whatever you're working on. Say biceps on one day and then triceps on another day. So let's take a look at number one. So the first thing, oh, plus my board's not up on the wall, so I'm sitting down today. So first one is the hinge, all right? This would be all of our posterior glute, hamstring type of motions, all right? We could be doing back extensions. We can be doing hip thrusts, deadlifts, swings. You know, you can do single leg variations. If you have machines available or TRX bands, you could be using leg curls, all right? So that would take care of the hinging portion. Now, leg curls isn't hinging, but it is directly hitting the hamstring, which is what the hinge is working on, which is the posterior chain of the glute and the hamstrings. All right, so we found our hip exercise. All right, so let's find a quad exercise. It doesn't have to be necessarily in this order, I just wrote it in this order. All right, so if we're gonna stick with legs, we got the quads, so now we get into like a goblet squat or a front squat. It could be back squats, barbell squats, front, back, Zercher squats. You got single leg options, a split, lunge. You've got knee extensions like on a machine, Bulgarian split squats, sissy squats, you know, you name it, walking lunges, all kinds of things, all right? So that would be your quad movement. Now we're moving into our upper body, now that we attacked our lower body, and let's go with upper body push, all right? So upper body push has two options. We have vertical and horizontal ranges, all right? So we have push-ups, that would be horizontal. Chest press, that would be horizontal. Barbell chest press, that would be horizontal. It's a pull for a fly, but it's working the press in movements, so muscles. So flies, horizontal, all right? But we have push vertical, which would be like your landmine presses, shoulder presses, jerks. A snatch is a hybrid because you are pulling, yet it's an overhead lockout. And if you're doing a power snatch, there's a lot more hips involved, so there's more glute and hamstring activation. So that's more of a full body exercise. Upper body pull. All right, same thing, vertical and horizontal, all right? So if we have any type of row, we could have a wide T-bar row, a closed T-bar row, a cable machine row, 3,000 fucking attachments that come with the cable machine row. All that's still horizontal. I'm in the horizontal plane. Dumbbell rows, what's another really good one? Croc rows, okay? Still horizontal. Our vertical pulls would be all our chin-up variations and our pull-up variations. And you can switch that up. It doesn't always have to be on a bar. It can be with rubber bands, it could be on rings, things like that, okay? Things to always stimulate the nervous system just a little bit differently. Next, we have like a carry, or what I call movement, all right? This would be a movement pattern. If you were to start at the beginning with a beginner, you know, I may pick one leg exercise, one upper body pulling exercise, one upper body pushing exercise, and then a movement, all right? Movement as far as carry could be any type of formers carries, things like that, but as a beginner, I would just, as simple as doing crawls, crawl pattern, learning how to move efficiently and more like we were designed to, okay? Then from there, once we started getting our crawl patterns really developed, you can actually start dragging weight in that crawl pattern, but still crawling slow. You'd be amazed on how hard that is. You've got alligator crawls. There's a lot of different, what they call naturalistic exercises, which is kind of like a yoga based on stretching and animal movements. So whatever, I don't give a shit. It all works, all right? It's very good for mobility, okay? So if you like to call it the winging butterfly, go for it. I may call it the snapdragon tulip. Who cares? It's the same thing. But you can use that as your movement pattern. As you become more advanced, or maybe you don't need to work on certain just movements or mobility, maybe use that as your warm-up. You can now start using farmer's carries, rack carries, offloaded carries, Zercher carries, all kinds of other things like that, okay? And then you have your core. Now, if you want to be real specific and isolate that core, that's fine, but a lot of those things have been already integrated in there, like your foundational movements for core will probably be like iso holds way up here, which are the same thing as hip thrust, so I may make you hold those, okay? We can also do iso holds as far as back extensions, or just doing back extensions, things like that, before we would actually get into more of the more dynamic type of motions of like Palloff presses and rotations and anti-rotations and things like that, okay? So that's just a basic rundown on how to put together a full body routine. I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or ask. If you want something on a specific video, just let me know.